Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is A Fat Girl's Bible and my name is Abby Bible. So I'm really excited because today I'm at Wax and Wane here in Savannah, Georgia. So I'm getting a Brazilian wax for the first time. And I'm very nervous just because I don't usually do a whole lot down there. Just because usually when I do stuff down there, it's not very happy. My skin gets really irritated, and I know that I was talking to a lot of you on my Instagram. And if you don't follow my Instagram, you should. It's at the Happy Bible. But anyways, I know I was talking on my Instagram about waxing with a bunch of you guys, and a lot of you were concerned about it. They're like, oh, what's it actually like? How painful is it? What should I expect? Yada, yada, yada. And then I know a lot of my plus size followers were also concerned about it from like a plus size standpoint. And so I just wanted to get my first Brazilian wax today and record it for you because you're welcome, and to let you know how the process goes for me. Obviously, it's gonna be a different process for everybody, but I'm excited to take you along on this journey with me. My waxer today is Sarah, and during my actual waxing, she's going to be answering a few questions that I know y'all had and I had. So I'm excited to take you along on this journey. I hope you're ready to see me in pain, because that's what's gonna happen. Let's keep watching.
I'm gonna have you keep this leg straight for me, but we're just gonna scooch it off to the side a little bit. And then bend this one at the knee, bring it over and out. More like, there we go, perfect. And I'm gonna trim you up just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure how long to keep it,
this
so
is fine.
We'll just let her.
Because what happens usually is if you trim at home, come in and it ends up being too short.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was worried about.
But this isn't bad at all.
Okay.
So you should come in with a little bit of hair?
1/4 of an inch is ideal. We like to tell people if you compare it to like a grain of uncooked rice.
Okay.
It's something like you can reference it. Usually for most people 2 weeks of growth will work unless your hair grows particularly slow. But
Okay, cool.
so one thing I like all first timers to know about waxing so your expectations are right when you leave here is our hair grows in 3 different stages. So today, like, I should be able to remove most of your hair, but there could be a little bit of like short undergrowth that hasn't come in. And then as far as it growing back, the hair I remove will stay on longer possibly than another layer that may pop up before that.
Okay.
Usually 3 or 4 waxes, that starts to cycle up with one another. Alright, my dear, I'm gonna put a little bit of powder, and it's actually just natural cornstarch.
Okay.
Just do a thin layer of that. And that kind of helps it be a little more comfortable dealing with like the temperature of the wax.
Gotcha.
So we use what's called hard wax. So I'm going to be putting multiple strips on you, letting them dry, and then I'll peel them up.
Okay.
And there's a couple places, like especially on the labia, that tend to feel a little warmer. I will try to always give you a heads up.
Okay.
Before I put one there. I mean, it's not like painful or anything.
No,
like that,
yeah.
It's like, ooh, it's a little toasty. Today, when you go home, for the first 24 to 48 hours, it is best to avoid swimming, submerging in water, no baths, no hot tubs, anything like that.
Darn it.
You don't want to go to the gym. Try to avoid no
that's
sex. If I get anything, that's what most people are saying. Basically, anything with heat or friction, you don't want to do. No tanning, no exfoliating, just mild soap and water in the shower.
Okay.
Just for that first 24 to 48 hours. Afterwards, you can resume normal activity. Tomorrow, you may have a little bit of a breakout.
Okay.
Kind of looks like whiteheads or pimples almost. That's completely normal. That usually will pass within like 12 to 24 hours.
Okay.
And then, like I was saying, because of like the cycles of growth, you'll want to come back in about 4 weeks, but it will probably take us 3 to 4 waxes to get your hair to cycle together. So no shaving in between. Just leave everything alone.
Okay.
And you should get a 1.5 to 2 weeks out of the first wax where it looks pretty good.
Okay.
And then you'll start having some hairs pop up here and there. Okay, here we go. See, not too bad.
No, that's fine.
It really isn't bad. Like,
No, it really isn't. It's just funny, I guess, because I was so like anxious about it, and now I'm like, it's not that bad.
So for the first couple days when you come home, don't exfoliate, but then after that, I want you to exfoliate 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay.
And you can do sugar scrub, you can do exfoliating glove or cloth, but just make sure you're getting in there 3 to 4 times a week. Now, if a manual exfoliation isn't doing enough for you, we have a product called PFB Vanish, and then they also make a chromabite version, which is what I use, because like your ingrowns are like darkening.
Yeah,
it has a lightening agent in it.
Okay, cool.
It's not a skin bleach, but it's very mild. It takes using almost a whole bottle.
Yeah, because I definitely have
lightening
like
effect.
discoloration. Okay, cool.
Make it a little warmer because we're getting up in there.
I didn't like that. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. And when you feel me wiping out the wax a little bit, sometimes on areas like that where it's warm and the wax takes longer to harden, I'm just swiping a little bit of alcohol with a cotton swab on there.
Oh, okay.
This helps that wax dry.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh man, I'm a little worried about you ripping that one off.
It's not going to be too bad, I promise. One thing that we do here is we map it out to where we're using smaller size strips. So one is more accurate, it's safer for your skin.
Ah, okay.
But it also definitely helps with the pain aspect. And you can always like take some ibuprofen before you come in to help take the edge off. Around your menstrual cycle, women tend to be more sensitive. So like if you want to avoid that time of the month, it's good to try to get your waxes where they're not going to fall near your period.
Cool.
All right, deep breath. See,
Wasn't bad.
took that like a champ.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely not pleasant, but I wonder what it's like as a man to get your balls waxed.
They do pretty good with it. Once in a while, yeah. Because me and the other stairs worker, we both offer the male Brazilian.
Okay.
Do you get it very often?
I have some regulars, but it's definitely not as popular as the female Brazilian.
Yeah.
But we've got a good handful of male waxers.
Does it take longer? Because there's like...
It can take a little longer because when you're waxing the testicles, you have to be... you have to be careful with everyone, but you can only put like one strip on at a time. Do you have any questions about aftercare, what to expect?
I mean, you've answered most of my questions. I guess it's more like, because I know for me, after I shave, it gets super itchy and like red and bumpy. What is the best way to prevent that with waxing?
Definitely the exfoliating like we talked about is going to help you with that. Real quick, deep breath. You won't experience it as much with waxing. Now, sometimes in the beginning, till your hair, it will start to get more sparse and finer as you continue to wax.
Yeah.
If that does occur where it feels a little itchy, it's typically like when the hair starts to grow back, like in the 3rd week.
Yeah, of course.
You may experience a little bit then, but just make sure you're doing your exfoliating. Usually helps. I use that deck balm, so I have like a hydrator on that. Really helps me with that.
Okay.
But the exfoliation is going to kind of be key.
Okay, cool.
Preventing anything
and
like
then,
that.
is it true that as like the hair grows back, it actually gets softer and not darker and like thicker? Like, the more and more you like wax.
Oh, definitely. I have a few people I call unicorns that come like every 8 weeks because they've been waxing so long, their follicles, just the hair doesn't grow back anymore.
Yeah, they're like, I've learned. I won't do it anymore.
Alright, so this is one of the tougher ones, so just deep breath.
Okay.
You're doing awesome.
Woohoo! I feel like it's gonna be so weird down there being so smooth.
It feels pretty awesome, honestly. But then you don't have to worry about it. So you come in
Yeah,
once a month. Because you know when you try to shave at home, it's like the hair goes different directions.
Yeah.
You can't get it real smooth.
And then like when I shave, the next day it starts to grow back.
Yeah, that's me. I get like 5 o'clock shadow. And I'm like, well, that was pointless.
I love that. 5 o'clock shadow with the pubic hair.
Well, then it's like if you shave it again,
then it just gets like more
gets
irritated.
real angry, and then it's like, I don't want anyone looking at this now.
Yeah, I was surprised by how many women were like, oh, I don't do it because I don't have like a man to do it for. And I was like, you can do it for yourself. Because like, I don't have a man to do it for, but I just want to do it for myself to feel good.
A little warmer here.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely warmer there.
No, and I've also asked, like, I have clients who are gynecologists, and I have a lot of clients who, you know, try to bring up the argument, like, oh, like, you need your pubes. And according to medical professionals that I've talked to, no, nowadays you don't need them.
Yeah. Probably back in the day you needed it, but...
Yeah, we date way more often nowadays.
I would hope people do.
You're doing awesome though.
Yay! Are you just
See?
saying that because you're
No, like you're not testing me out or anything. You're doing great. So when you feel me going up towards you with my stick and it feels a little larger
Yeah.
and warmer, those are just cleanup strips.
Okay.
Just trying to grab any strays. That's the cool thing about hard wax is you can safely go over the skin at least twice. If the skin
That's
looks
good.
really good, if you need to, you can go in a third time. I try
Yeah.
to avoid that. Another thing we offer here, I have some of my clients who are struggling, is we have a service called the New Moon. It's pretty much a vajacial, but we go in and
Oh my god, I
But,
want
like,
it.
but if you're continuing to struggle, like we go in, we cleanse the skin, we do steam towels, we do an enzyme pumpkin pill, and that really loosens up a lot of stuff.
That
So then
sounds
we go in and
amazing.
extract. You leave here with like your vagina feeling amazing.
Oh my god, I want it.
A vajacial.
Well, it's called the New Moon if you ever want to try it.
Okay, cool. A vajacial. I just like the name. It reminds me of the jazzling. You know, like
Yeah,
when
I've
people
seen pictures
bedazzle.
online.
Absolutely
Alright, deep breath.
not.
Your hair is pulling out pretty well,
Oh, good.
especially for the first time.
That's good. Yay, good job, hair. I trained it. I talked to it. We had a talk this morning.
Like you're coming out. Alright, deep breath.
You always say deep breath, but I do the deep breath after you pull it.
It does help to breathe because I'm
Yeah.
bad about holding my breath when I'm in pain.
Yeah,
It doesn't
same.
work out well. So.
Yeah. I know here you have 3 different kinds of bikini waxes. What are the differences between them?
The standard bikini is what's gonna just pretty much stick out of like underwear or your swimsuit. So just like a little bit on the sides, maybe a strip off the top.
Okay.
The French bikini is basically all of the hair except it excludes the labia and it excludes inner backside.
Ah, okay.
So if you want something that goes in a little further, if you're wanting the top off, but you don't want to wax the labia, it leaves that behind. And then of course the Brazilian
Takes it all
is
out.
all of it. Deep breath.
Yep, see, I breathed after. I'll learn eventually.
I always tell people, hair reminds me of like trees. Like like you plant it in the ground and it has roots, and the longer it stays in the ground, like they grow further down. So once you start pulling that out by the root versus just like chopping it off,
That makes
that's
sense.
how it's
Okay.
why it starts to come back finer and sparse, and eventually damages that hair follicle, and the hair doesn't come back at all.
That's a good,
Oh.
I like that. That's a good analogy.
It is.
That's my analogy. Or I'll tell my clients, I'm like, it's like pulling weeds out of the garden instead of bushes.
I like it.
All right, Minnie, so I've got you all cleared out. I'm going to do a cleanup strip on your labia over
Okay.
here. The cleanup strips feel a little big and scary and warmer, but it's not that bad because
Okay.
all the hard stuff's done at this point.
Right. But when we were in the car coming here, I was like, I'm so nervous. What if they're like, wow, her vagina's really ugly?
Yeah, and I have, what's sad is I do have women switch back to this side for me real
Okay.
quick. We're going to do the same thing over here.
All right, cool.
I have women all the time who are asking, like, is my vagina normal looking? It's supposed to be that color. And first of all, I'm like, well, I'm not a doctor.
Yeah,
But
true, you're not a gyno.
No, like, everybody looks different.
Yeah,
every,
true.
every single vagina out there is different. I've come down to the conception there's probably like 5 different types. But overall, like, they're all special and unique.
Yeah. Vaginas are like snowflakes.
Honestly, like, I got into the beauty industry because I struggle with self-esteem issues.
Yeah, for sure.
My entire life, and it's really nice and rewarding making other people feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
And I've had people, I had a girl after she started waxing, she like went and changed her hair, she
Aw.
like just changed her look, she got more
Aw.
confidence, like,
That's so good.
and even though it's like just waxing her vagina, like it
Yeah.
caused like a ripple effect of all these other awesome
Yeah,
things.
yeah. But it's like crazy how just like taking care of your pubic hair can like
Yeah.
empower you. Like it's such a little
true.
simple thing.
I mean, I don't, at least for me, after I get waxed, I'm like, ooh, porn star vagina. That's how I feel. I feel better. I'm like, it needs all the help it can get. It looks way better waxed. The inner backside does tend to feel a little bit warm, but it really isn't bad at all coming off,
Okay.
I promise.
All
So
right,
main
cool.
thing is just try to stay relaxed. Don't clench your cheeks together, but you just did.
So that's because I'm laughing. All right, okay.
Alright,
I'm
just
good.
breathe, just relax. See, a little toasty.
Yeah, it's definitely a little toasty. Wow,
See, easy
that
peasy.
was barely any pain.
And what I'm doing, I'm just gonna go down on each side, and then I'll go back up, kind of like I did the front, just to
Okay.
clean anything up.
Cool, cool. if I have a really high pain tolerance, and I just don't realize it.
I mean, if you have tattoos, to me, those are definitely
That's
worse.
True. Yeah, 'cause
you're
like,
doing great. Which most clients come in here, and it's never as bad as they expect. Like I said, about once a year you get someone that waxing, like their pain threshold is really low, and it's not for them, or they have super sensitive skin. But overall, like most people do pretty good with it. So I had a girl one time, she was like, is this next strip gonna hurt? I was like, it's not gonna be that bad. So I don't want to say yes or no.
Yeah.
She's like, you're a filthy, dirty liar. I just started busting out laughing. Any questions about like aftercare or what to expect since we're almost done?
No, just I think you
So
covered
just
everything.
remember, like, pretty much take it easy on your skin the next couple days.
Okay.
And then you'll want to start exfoliating, and make sure don't just exfoliate in the beginning when you're hairless. Like that needs to be every week till I see you again.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And then maybe a little breakout tomorrow. Just leave them alone. Don't pick at them or nothing.
Okay.
And stop picking out your ingrowns. 'Cause
Yes, I know.
they will scar. And
Yes,
that's
Mom.
it.
Alright guys, so I just got it waxed, as you saw, but it actually was not that bad at all. I mean, maybe I just have a really high pain tolerance. I do have a lot of tattoos, so don't take my word for it. But I know I didn't experience that much pain, and I do, you know, have some ingrown hairs down there, all that jazz, all that not so pretty jazz. But it wasn't that bad actually. Like, I mean, there were definitely some spots that were like, oh gosh, but like it wasn't like, oh my god. So it was good. Did you like my reactions of people's painful reactions? Anywho, Sarah was actually really, really lovely, and I know she was nervous, but I'm happy that she felt really comfortable and had fun with it. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I hope some of you guys want to go get waxed now and do it for yourselves. Like if you don't have a man, that's fine. You don't have to do it for a man. I didn't do it for a man, and I'm feeling great. Like Sarah said, it's like a porn star vagina. And so now I feel so like smooth and like, I'm ready to take on the world. And you can too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe this video if you want. Thank you Wax and Wane and Savannah for letting me film and being an absolutely wonderful people. Thank you for watching. Bye.